We have a line of speakers today that's going to be raising these issues that we're calling for. And there's so much I want to say, but we got enough people here to say what we need. It's both the city council already raised those issues, the Progressive Caucus proposed issues, the Black Latino Asian Caucus proposed issues, you know, and a platform to fund our city, to fund our communities, to close the pipelines that feed Rikers Island, because enough is enough. And we ain't having it no more. We're gonna have to step it up on them. We're gonna have to step it up. We're gonna have to make sacrifices. We're gonna have to make sacrifices. So with that, I'm gonna bring up a champion for this cause. She's the chair of the Criminal Justice Committee. I want to give a round of applause for Councilmember Carlina Rivera. Darren Matt. Spell your first name. B-A-R-R-E-N. Co-director.
Advocates here, I want to say thank you to all of the people with lived experiences that come to every hearing and tell your story. Thank you for all of your work. We are here to say to the mayor that we do need a budget for the people. We need funding for the groups that are doing the work and that know that this system has been unjust since its beginning. So with that, all right. So, how's everybody doing though? We all right though? We fired up? All right. I just want to also thank everybody behind me again because they have these incredible signs, not just of the people that are doing the work in the nonprofit organizations that I'm going to mention in a second, but we have some statistics here about how we can reinvest in our communities and have things like supportive housing and mental health services, and more after-school programs, and healthcare that is actually for the people, by the people who understand cultural differences, that approach things with cultural humility. So I'm Carlina Rivera, I'm the chair of the Committee on Criminal Justice, and today we are going to have this hearing on the executive budget and some of the outrageous things that we have heard that they are proposing. I got some numbers here, I don't want to mess them up. I have some numbers here. I don't want to mess them up, all right? Right now, the proposed budget for the Department of Corrections stands at $1.16 billion. So they are now coming for our groups when they have a budget that can really, really serve the people that understand what incarcerated and detained people are going through. There are persistent concerns about what is going on right now in this budget, and I will tell you, you're going to hear Department of Corrections say they're going to bring these services in-house. I think there are a lot of us here, and you're going to hear from my colleague in a minute. We have some concerns about the city's ability, one, to hold the Department of Correction accountable.
That's right.
And the department's ability to safely care for those in its custody. Right.
That's right.
And to provide a path to successful community reintegration. We have serious concerns.
That's right.
We know about the current conditions, and I want to thank you all for having a moment of silence, especially for those individuals that we know have passed away with a mental health diagnosis. Right now, over half of the people at Rikers Island have received a mental health diagnosis. We do not have enough resources to even produce the care that they need inside. That is how we have to invest. We have to be smarter. Of particular concern, to cut $17 million from our groups that serve approximately 1,500 people every day.
That's
I'm
right.
going to shout all of you by name inside. You're all here. Osborne, Fortune, all of you. Okay, you're all here. And
that's right. That's right.
We are deeply concerned. Yeah, shout yourselves out. Okay?
That's right. That's right.
All right. We are very concerned about the DOC's ability to deliver the invaluable and critical services of trusted providers. You all really, really understand this work, and I just want to thank you for all of your guidance over the years. So we're going to go in there, we're going to ask these questions, and we're going to remind them that 17 million, that is just 1.5% of the department's total budget.
That's right.
And so I'm going to be asking Commissioner Molina about this proposal, and we all know why we're here in the end. Closing Rikers is not just about closing down the nightmare of an island that continuously hurts people and kills people. It is about the services. It is about discharge planning. It is about the transition. It is about being closer to communities and closer to services and programs that understand what we are all going through. So, again, we must close Rikers by 2027. That is the legal mandate. It is the right thing to do.
That's right.
And we will stand by you every step of the way. Thank you for being here. I'm going to see you inside the People's House right behind you. I want to introduce somebody who's going to tell you a little bit of her story and the story about her partner and what they have done in terms of their work in this movement. And with that, a member of the committee, a dear, dear friend, I'm going to introduce Council Member Liz Shulman.
Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you all. So I'm going to tell you first of all, I got a call earlier this week to say to me, hey, $17 million is getting cut for discharge planning for community-based organizations, and including, and I want to tell you, I have a personal relationship with the Fortune Society. I know all the rest, Osborne and everything else, but let me tell you about Fortune. My late partner, Adelaide Connaughton, was a case manager at Fortune, and I worked with her. And I will tell you, to this day, when people find out, I could be walking in the street, and people come up to me and say, weren't you Adelaide Connaughton's partner? She saved my life. I was a client at the Fortune Society. And so to do this, first of all, you know, we talk about public safety, and I'm a big proponent of public safety. This is not public safety to not help people when they come out. And the Department of Correction cannot do this on their own. The community-based organizations, you know how many people I've met? I just want to point out Kendra Clark, because she's a and she was a close friend of my late partner. And there are so many people here, Stanley and Rob and everybody else, but I just want to tell you that I used to sit with her clients when she passed away at the wake. There were people that came, we didn't know who they were, and they sat there because they were so upset that she had passed away because she did so much for them. She would go to Rikers every morning and pick people up who were coming home, and she fed them, and she helped them, and they just thrive. We can't have people thrive by pulling the stuff away from the community-based organizations. Also, I want to mention something. A lot of people who are formerly incarcerated work in these organizations. So what are you going to do? You're going to lay them off? You're going to have them go out? How does that help anybody? So I will be at today's hearing with the chair, and I will be asking the tough questions because this is not right. Thank you.
When social services are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When youth services are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When mental health is under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. 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 Stand up, fight back.
Yes, give it up for yourself. Clap up for yourself. So next up, we're going to bring on representative for the Mental Health Project at the Urban Justice Center, and also a leader at Freedom Agenda. We're going to bring up Marco Barrios.
I want to thank everyone here. My name is Marco Barrios.
Speak up!
Put some bass in your voice.
My name is Marco Barrios.
Yeah, Marco, I know you.
Urban Justice Center Mental Health Project. I'm also a monitor for the RAD-H classification of mental health conditions in jail. Not receiving proper medical, besides the proper medical care, they're not receiving discharge services. So I go in there twice a week to see the condition. I'm also formerly incarcerated. Also formerly incarcerated. I did 21 years and 6 months with a mental health condition, which was never addressed with it. I had to learn coping skills, write to NIH, CDC, to try to get the treatment I needed. Right now, I go to the twice a week to see the individuals. Currently, there is 1,200 people on Rikers Island diagnosed with serious mental illness, and 3,000 plus people who have some mental health diagnosis. Now, I ask myself every time I go in there, how is it possible to be jailed for mental health crisis and not receiving the proper discharge planning services? Now, this week, Google died after suffering a skull fracture in the mental health unit at Rikers. I believe that was a PACE unit, supposedly where people are supposed to get comprehensive mental health treatment. But we see that not even in there they're safe. Now the solution we have in our city works. And the mental health treatments like ACT, IMT, vaccines, and clubhouses are one of them. And like other speakers said, housing is so important, especially supportive housing. Almost half of the people who have mental health conditions don't have housing, which makes it difficult to actually request housing, right? Because that's the first thing they want, a stable, safe housing. The other thing is there's not enough service providers, and this mayor is actually cutting back on service providers. And I just heard yesterday, I'm sure you spoke about it, some of the people that go in there to do programming, the commissioner and the mayor is not allowing them to go back in. Now, we should be clear, when the mayor speaks, when the mayor questions plans with reducing the jail population, what he's saying is that he's not sure he wants to end the criminalization of mental illness. Right, that's not right. Because if he does that, we have no problem getting those numbers down to Rikers. Now, it breaks my heart every time I go in there. If I wasn't passionate about the work I do, I definitely would be there. But I want to see people get the treatment they deserve and not be criminalized. Now, the mayor wants to give all the money to the police and jails instead of expanding quality treatment. But the city council can't let it. I'm telling you, we have a crisis, and it's not a public safety, it's a public health crisis. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.